My daughter's made-up bedtime monster revealed her pediatrician's crimes. The whispering crow only came out when Lily was scared. That was the rule we invented when she was 4 years old and terrified of the dark. The whispering crow was her protector, her imaginary guardian who watched over her bedroom and kept away nightmares. She would tell me about him in elaborate detail. His black feathers that shimmered purple in moonlight, his crooked beak, his gentle voice that sounded like wind through leaves. We turned him into a ritual. Every night before bed, I would ask if the whispering crow was watching. Lily would check her window, nod seriously, and say, "He's here, Mama. I'm safe now." Then she would sleep soundly. It was adorable, harmless, the kind of childhood imagination that parents treasure. Until the morning, my 11-year-old daughter looked at me across the breakfast table and said, "The whispering crow came to Dr. Novak's office yesterday." My coffee mug stopped halfway to my mouth. Lily was staring at her cereal, her voice flat and strange. "Why would the whispering crow go there?" I asked carefully. "You only see him when you're scared. Were you scared at your checkup?" Lily didn't answer. She just kept stirring her cereal in slow circles, her face pale. After a long moment, she said, "Can I stay home from school today?" My daughter never asked to stay home, never faked sick, never complained about tests or mean kids. Something was wrong, and my stomach twisted into a knot that wouldn't loosen for the next 6 months. The whispering crow started during a thunderstorm in April when Lily was 4. She had come running into my bedroom at 2 in the morning, sobbing about monsters under her bed. My husband David was traveling for work, and I was exhausted from solo parenting, but I walked her back to her room and sat on her bed in the dark. "There are no monsters," I told her. "I promise you're safe." But Lily kept crying. "How do you know?" she asked. "What if they come when you leave?" I was too tired for logic, so I made something up. "Because the whispering crow is watching over you," I said. "He's a magic bird who lives in the oak tree outside your window. He only comes out at night to protect children. Monsters are afraid of him." Lily stopped crying. She looked at the window where moonlight filtered through the curtains. "Is he there now?" "Always," I said. "He never leaves his post." The next morning, Lily drew pictures of the whispering crow at breakfast. He had evolved overnight from my vague description into a fully realized character. She insisted he had purple black feathers, yellow eyes, and a crooked beak from fighting off a nightmare wolf. She said he whispered warnings about danger, but only she could hear him. David thought it was hilarious when he got home. Our daughter has an imaginary guard bird now, but I loved it. Lily's nightmares stopped completely. She slept through the night. The whispering crow became part of our routine, a comforting bedtime ritual that lasted for years. By the time Lily turned 7, the whispering crow had mostly faded. She still mentioned him occasionally, but more as a fond memory than active imagination. She was growing up, getting interested in soccer and chapter books, leaving behind some of her little kid magic. But she never quite abandoned him completely. Sometimes when she was anxious about something, a big test or a sleepover at a new friend's house, she would mention seeing the crow. It became her private shorthand for feeling worried. If she said, "I think the whispering crow might visit tonight," I knew she needed extra reassurance. It was sweet, actually. A little emotional vocabulary she had created for herself. David and I never discouraged it. Our pediatrician, Dr. Raymond Novak, thought it was developmentally healthy when I mentioned it during a checkup. "Imaginary friends and protectors are completely normal," he said, making a note in Lily's chart. "It shows strong creative intelligence and emotional regulation. Some children maintain these figures well into adolescence. Nothing to worry about." Dr. Novak had been Lily's pediatrician since birth. He came highly recommended by 3 different friends when we moved to Riverside, a small city in Oregon where David had taken a job as a civil engineer. Novak had a pristine reputation, 20 years of practice, and a gentle manner with children that put them instantly at ease. Dr. Novak's office was in a medical plaza near the river, a cheerful space decorated with colorful murals and tropical fish tanks. Lily loved going there as a toddler. Novak would let her listen to her own heartbeat with his stethoscope, would make silly voices while checking her ears, would give her stickers shaped like dinosaurs. He remembered details about her life between visits, asking about her soccer team and her favorite books. He was the kind of doctor parents felt lucky to have, the kind you recommended to other families without hesitation. I never questioned leaving Lily alone with him during examinations. It never occurred to me to question it. He was a pediatrician, a trusted medical professional, someone whose entire career was built on caring for children. When Lily turned 10, Novak explained that he preferred doing physical exams privately at that age. "She's getting older now," he told me in his calm, authoritative voice. "Pre-adolescent children often feel embarrassed having parents present during examinations. It's better for their dignity and for me to conduct proper assessments if I can speak with her alone. I'll call you back in to discuss any concerns afterward." I waited in the lobby reading magazines while Novak conducted his examinations, never thinking twice about it. And that's when things took a turn I never expected. To see the full story, click the link below or go on my